Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We've got a vehicle in for a little bit of work, bit of this and a bit of that. And one of the things that's happened is the owner's previously done his own oil change. Looks like the bash plate's still off, so that's good. He probably didn't have time to put it back on and clean up the mess. The reason the oil leaks down, geez, we better have a good look at this too. So it's all cleaned up there. It's got the dodgy aftermarket sump plug. I wonder if that happened today. I hope not. Don't over tighten your sump plugs. The genuine ones work best, and there's not much in there. Once you wreck it, you may need to replace the sump, not just put a helicoil in there. But there's a lot of mess here. We're going to clean this up. So if you're going to do your own oil change, just make sure everything's legit and you have a clean up. So you may or may not know about this, and you might recognize it's his video when he does. Looks like someone's had the pan off. You can see the cork gasket there. I don't think that's original, but it might be. I'm pretty confident that it's been off. Anyway, all this oil is a bit of a problem. Mate, do you want to spend half a slab of Heineken on your time and some rags and degreaser and give this a bit of a clean up for him? So that's half a slab of Heineken. Okay, there's the wires that run to the back. Just so the owner can see this is his vehicle, he's going to go, actually, that's my car. So that's how we roll, mate. Look at this. There's a aftermarket fuel tank. Bigger fuel tank, long range business. So we're just having a look. That is a big fuel tank. I don't actually know. Who knows? Put in the comments, who knows what brand this is, this big fuel tank. It's like a plastic or poly, whatever you want to call it anyway. I call it plastic, keep it simple. There's a lot of oil back here. It's blown all the way down the back, so there's a lot of oil. You really need to clean that up so then you know, you got an idea whether it's actually really oil leaking or not. This spare tyre is pretty good. Hey mate, can you do me a favour and just swap one of my dodgy old worn out BFGs for this spare, because it looks pretty bloody good. It's too good to be a spare. Thanks mate. No, we don't do that, but we can. We can. I've got a pretty dodgy looking one there. Let's have this one here. No, not that one. This one here, this one. Yeah, chuck this one in there. He'll love it. He won't even know. Yeah, let's do it. No, we don't do that, but just looking at the tyres, he's got the KO2s. That's good. Plenty of tread on those. Plenty of tread on the spare. And yeah, this one's looking good too. Brakes, obviously we've got to pop the little caps off. I can't do that one-handed, these little caps here. Have a look at the brake shoes. Just having a look around. Usual sort of stuff, lubricate the drive. We're not servicing the vehicle, so we're looking, that's right, we're looking. This is an inspection. You know, this sort of, that just needs a wash, okay? You're always going to get a very small sweat of oil past some O-rings and stuff like that and things like that. And this is all nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. Same as this ARB transfer case guard. You know, we've talked about those before. Just be careful, because if you actually hit a rock here, like that, this guard could have given enough strength to itself, not to the transfer case, that hits there and it just pops with the leverage. It pops, you know, basically that snaps off there. So just be careful of that. The ARB one, I don't think it's as bad as some of the other designs where they've got a lot more leverage hanging off the back here, but I don't actually like that, okay? I like the thin one that if a rock hit it, it was going to press into it and massage it into the case and give it minimal protection. This isn't giving it protection. If it gets hit, it's more likely to bust that. See that alloy casting there? It's not the strongest type of material, so you don't want to mount anything to it that needs strength, and that guard needs strength, because if it gets hit, it's going to put a lot of load through it. Front brakes, about 50% worn, so they're pretty good. You can see the aircon water leaking out where it's meant to. Just make sure your aircon drain tubes where you can see them, like that one. Drip just in time, not blocked, that sort of thing. You can see all this oil. All this stuff is all this oil from the oil change, so it can make things really confusing. You know, we've only just started on the clean here. It's a bit of a basic clean. We'll give it a bit of a more of a wash up later for the other half of the slab of Heineken after we do our other works on the vehicle. Okay, pad's about half worn. Usual stuff like the Prados, you know, have a look at these bushes. We need to have a look at more of these Hilux bushes. Those ones look really good. Well, I think everybody's got to agree that the Hilux front lower control arm bushes seem to regularly be in better condition than the Prado ones. So for whatever reason that is, I'm not seeing the front ones get a bit of twist by the looks of it, but that's not too bad. You might not be able to see what I can see. I'm trying to hold the camera where my eyes are so you can see what I'm looking at. And I'm speaking of the things that I see that have got any there's any point speaking of. There you go, some Ironman green, the green stuff. Right, okay, sweats on the rack boot, just a little bit, nothing to worry about. Drive shafts, they look good. All your ball joints are going to be okay. Some are a bit, you know, dusty, some aren't. Have you seen anything? Did you have a look at those rear shoes?
Yeah.
What are that? Plenty of meat there, yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Ball joints look good. CVs, drive shaft boots, everything. What do you call it? You know, whatever. The bushes in the. Let's have a look at the bushes at the bottom of the Ironman. So they're like around here. We must have an aftermarket auto cooler, I think, by the looks of the clamp that's there in the middle of the picture. ARB, you know, they are a pain to do the oil change. That's why it's been removed out of the way, and it's probably not back there because he probably had some issues. Now just chuck the bolts in for now and that'll do. We'll fix it up later, and that's fine. But just get the K-On are working on. Here you go. Here's a little ad for K-On. Don't worry about ARB. K-On are working on an awesome underbody protection system that's going to be under the front of the KUN26, the N70 Hilux. Right, let's have a look at the bushes. Looking down on those, right, looks all right. I can't see a problem with these Ironman. It'll be interesting, yeah, that's the first set of these I've seen in one of these vehicles, so there you go. Rare to see. Anyway, I think we're about done. Have a bit more of a look around at these bushes. Anything else I can show, mate? Anything? It's pretty boring again, isn't it? Another boring. Well, I'll hold releasing this inspection video off till last, so this will be like really reserve stock type thing, you know, when we want to put a video out for you to give you something and we haven't really got anything exciting. But I bet we better sort of probably get off this and move on to something a bit more exciting. Has this got the, oh no, it's the 4-speed auto. I was going to say, is this the, it's the 4-speed, yes, the 340 or whatever it is, like what we've got in our Hilux. The joint in the dipstick there is so that, whoop, there's that water again. And when you take the pan off, if you decide to change your filter, it splits just there. Right, it's a two-piece job. Anyways, hope you got something out of that. Clean up. Be careful with your sump plugs. Don't over tighten them. It's 34 Newton meters, about 34, 35, whatever. It just needs to hold the oil in, right? So you don't want to end up wrecking your sump. It'll give you a lot of pain and suffering. Not too bad if it's a Prado. It'll only cost you a couple $100, but on a Hilux, it's a lot harder to get to and it's dearer. So hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe bell, and we're out of here trying to make a better video for you soon. See ya.